I just talked to a student, okay, who come from Africa, international student. And I say, how about your job hunting? He said, I got a job offer. How much? 53,000. Well, that's not bad. Which company? Windstream in Little Rock. Okay. I said, how could you get it? Career service. I applied 5 times. They saw my background, international. They turned me down. Boom. They don't even take a look at my resume. But career service, smooth talking, okay, shake hands. Just, hey, kid, you are pretty good. Guess what? Got the job for an international student. Not easy. Okay, so of course, a lot of you are not international student. Even better, you're American student. Oh, I applied this, I applied that. They turn me down. Be persistent. Use the network. Use the connection. We have virtual career service next week, I believe. Do you have that? Do I send that to your email? See, and do I send you folks a sort of
I believe that you did. I know that you can find it through Handshake as well.
Handshake? Did that? I didn't send you folks a new flyers, something like that, through announcement.
You did.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
did. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. So, folks, I'm not joking. Please, please, please. Okay. You are coming to UCA, not for stupid degree. Who care about UCA graduate? If you can work out with a 50,000, 60,000 job, that's why you are here. Career service, they have more than 20, 15, 20 professionals helping you. Oh, I'm okay, I can handle it. Stupid. It's free. Okay? So please, 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 your resume can always be enhanced. Build up some network with those guys there. Okay? You can tell them, Dr. Chen told me you folks are the best. Always give them some compliment. If they help you, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 job. That's why you are here. Okay? So keep that in mind. Okay? That's why I was a few minutes late, because I asked him to give me a 3 minutes video, okay? Talk about how he can get a job, even he has been turned down 5 times by the same company, okay? And I want you folks to know, okay? You are coming here for purpose. You want to build up your career. You want to be successful. You want your life financially independent, okay? So that's important. Today we're going to start to talk about chapter 6. Before I move in, one more thing I want to remind you. Friday, we don't have exam. Exam moving to Saturday lunchtime to Sunday midnight. Okay? So if you have some heavy schedule or you play some sports over the weekend, email me ahead of time, we'll reschedule. Otherwise, Friday, I expect you to be here. Okay, we'll discuss this interesting topic, globalization. Donald Trump has a lot of problems. American first, American first. But doesn't mean you can shut the door, okay, and turn down all the globalization. Who's getting hurt? Us. We Americans get hurt. Okay, and I'll discuss all this stuff today and Friday. Okay, and of course, I have to cover the course material first. Then we can spend more time talking about globalization. Donald Trump is right to a certain extent, but he didn't look in depth about the detail. Okay, and I told you folks briefly last time. Joe Biden want to shift the trade war to what? technology war because we want to maintain the leadership. Okay, United States want to maintain the leadership in technology. Okay, that's important. In the technology war, currently the major battlefield is what? Semiconductor chips. Remember that? I discussed it. Okay, and I think it's getting more serious. I just read something. I think the trade office in White House called Taiwanese government want them to ship millions of chips to help Ford and the GM because what? A lot of American car. Last time I mentioned BMW and the Mercedes, they got problems. They get supply chain management issue. They don't have enough chips put into the car. So they're slowing down their production line. Now American manufacturers also have problems. So how to maintain and control the high quality semiconductor chips, okay, is a major battlefield currently, okay? So, but anyway, we will be talking more about it. This open case, very interesting case, talking about Amazon moving to China, okay? I'm sorry, moving to India. Okay, anyone know how many people in India?
About 1 billion.
1.2 billion. Thank you, Nicholas. Very close. 1.2 billion. That's the second largest populous country on earth. First one, China. Second one, India. Okay, and Walmart, Amazon, they all want to go to China and India. Okay, Amazon tried and was failed. Of course, Walmart tried. Okay, it's not very successful. They are in there. Okay, but not very successful. Okay, now you want to move to India. China failed. Go to India. Big challenge. Most of the country, people living where? Urban area. Mexico, 70–80% people live where? Mexico City. South Korea, 80% of people live where? Seoul. India, 70% people live where? Rural area. New Delhi and a couple big cities, they don't have 60–70% of the population. Plus, India is pretty backwards country. Infrastructure is bad. Okay, and no highways, bumpy roads, dirt roads. Those are bad. Internet connection, of course, not good. Of course, it's expensive. You want to use the wireless, they charge you by traffic. It's so expensive. The people always turn the mobile internet connection off because what? So expensive. So how can you, Amazon, how dare you wanted to come to the India? You know, it's not promising. You know, it's not easy. And you fail in China. So Jeff Bezos, okay, the CEO, never say never. Do not say no in his dictionary. He solved the problem. 2020 expected revenue, $48 billion. Anyone in accounting remember I covered last time, Monday, PwC, what's the annual revenue? Anyone remember? $43 billion. Hey, give me a break. That's the Big Four accounting firm. Amazon started goofy around only a few years. One country, India, revenue, $48 billion. Do you want to know how can they do it? Very interesting, right? In India, you want to get something, you go to the corner. even with 200 people, small village, they may have what? 6, 8, 9 little shops. Okay? Every shop is small. 5 feet, 5 square feet, 20 square feet, have what? Shelves with some random stuff. How can Amazon be so successful? Okay, now I think I get your interest, huh? And you really want to know how can Amazon to be so successful? Let's take a look. Okay. Sorry, I should move it to the top. Okay, so this is the background, okay? They fail in China, okay, because they don't understand the culture, consumer behavior, and the challenge I told you, okay? There are a lot of young people, okay? And they love those technology in the mobile phones, but very expensive. 70% of the population live in a rural setting. Mom and the pop's convenience store dominate the 90% of the market. Government have strict regulations. Okay, you want to open a shop in India, you have to be partnered with the Indian business people. Okay, you want to register a company as an international person, you are not allowed. Okay, given all these restrictions, what did they do? Step one, okay, they build up the network, okay, and try to conquer the infrastructure problem. So they create this program called Amazon Chai Cart, okay? This chai, initially from China, okay, means what? Tea. So you go to Turkey, you go to India, you go to other places, they say chai means what? Chinese pronunciation is tea, okay? So first of all, you want to break the network issue and the infrastructure issue. They try to what? Network with hundreds of thousands, these little grandma, grandpa shops. So they serve tea and the refreshment for free, okay? They just want to bring the free tea and the free refreshment, donuts, whatever, to the little shop after the free stuff. Can I introduce you with some internet, with some e-commerce background, etc., etc. So they network with thousands of these grandma, grandpa shop owners. Okay, they know 70% majority of them do not have internet. Even they have internet, they don't have credit card. Indian people, they don't have credit card. They use what? They use cash. So they use these middle guy, hundreds, thousands of middle guy as their what? Retailer, as their representative. Okay? They network with them by making friends, give free tea, free refreshment, educate them. Then if you join me, I will help your shop set up the what? Internet connection and give you the computer. All the people, 200, 500 people can go to this place to place order, then what? Give cash to the grandma, grandpa owners, okay? Then these owners have direct account with Amazon. So instead of individual outreach family, they know they cannot reach it. They outreach 400, 500,000 grandma, grandpa owners, those shop. And this shop will be happy. You only have 20 square feet or 5 square feet of little place. You can only carry this material and the traffic is bad. Sometimes 3 days no shipment, you sold all your stuff. You don't have anything to sell. But they partner with Amazon. You have a warehouse in the big city, carry millions of what? Items for you to sell. Now you see that? It's very, very interesting how to network build up a chain with what? Retail locations. It's not the big shop, just these local mom and the pops convenience store owners. Have these guys, okay, have the capability and they take the cash, write down what this person want, what that person want, order that stuff. Brilliant, right? So it's always a way to break it, okay? No credit card, no problem. No internet, no problem. And win-win case, okay? Expected return, 2020 is what? $8 billion, okay? So you can see this is a very, very interesting story. I think for those of you, okay, who is interested in open your store in Arkansas to do e-commerce, you really have to see some of these kind of ways of creativity. Okay, next one, we're going to go to the chapter. What is environment? Business or global environment, we have two different categories. So in the center, this is the company. Then we have task environment. Task environment, talking about certain person or what? These store company directly relates to you. So that could be suppliers, customers, distributors, etc. Then we have general environment. That's talking about your community, your technology, okay, and your government and that sort of stuff. Okay. So you can see task environment, that will be section 2, talking about how these, okay, suppliers, distributors, customers, and the competitors directly affect you getting the stuff in and getting the stuff out. General environment, of course, we're talking about more general economic, technology, culture, demographic, political, okay, and the legal, etc., etc. Okay, so section 2 will be talking about task. Section 3 will be talking about general environment. But before I get to the task, there's another interesting case. I want to make it brief. Everyone knows this company. Everyone has a blue jeans. That is Levi or what? Levi Strauss. Okay, and this is a huge company. Okay, 100 years, 1853. Okay, it's very, very old company. It's by German immigrants. Okay, Levi Strauss. He started it. Okay, and 2 years ago, the revenue 5.5 billion. 5.5 billion, don't get it wrong, still very big. But did you first remember Amazon in India, 1 year, how much? 48 billion, okay? And this is 100 years old, one of the largest, most significant blue jeans company. Okay? And we discussed the social responsibility in a lot of companies. Walmart, Nike, social responsibility. Apple, social responsibility. What do? Anyone remember the Walmart? If you want to do business, how to ensure the social responsibility of them? How do they treat their providers or suppliers? Anyone remember? Jonathan, how do they do things? They send the audit team. Remember that? I mentioned it. Okay, we have an agreement. I have an agreement with Ms. Fox. You're gonna support me with 2 million dozens of shoes in 8 months. In this 8 months, I'm going to what? Randomly sending auditor to your place. Okay, is your environment safe? Do you use child labor? Okay, how many hours everyone work? 60, 80, that's too long. Okay, and the safety issue, all kind of things. And salary, how much you pay your people. They send auditing. Okay, Nike, Apple, okay, a lot of companies, they are quote very, very actively involved in what? Social responsibility. Just because I subcontract to you doesn't mean I will let you have 100% control of your business. You have to do everything ethical so I can face my customers. Okay, which makes sense. Then why do we want to talk about Levi? What's the difference? It's different. They, in addition to do the auditing, they allocate money. So the CEO provides what? So you know all kind of problems with subcontractor, working conditions, okay, workers' needs, workers' right, etc. Needs means salary and that sort of stuff. So they provide what? Funds and the guidance to the supplier. They partner with Harvard Center of Health and what? Global Environment. Okay, so this company is different. They allocate several $1 million through Harvard Business School, send the grad students, send the student, undergrad student to the manufacturing to teach them, okay, how to do a better job, how to provide a safety environment, etc., etc. Okay, most of the company I subcontract to you, you get my money, you do my stuff, but I am allowed to audit you. This company, you do everything business, but I'm going to provide fund and what? College students to help you, okay, to manage everything, help you to upgrade the working environment, etc., etc. So it's a different ways of doing things and give you to the next level of social responsibility, okay? So you can take a look. Then let's talk about the next one, section 2, okay, task environment, okay? Task environment, the first 3 will be talking about suppliers, distributors, and the customers. These are the 3 most important things. You get the stuff from your supplier, you passing to your customers through your distributors. Basically, that's it. Then we'll be talking about number D and the number E about competition. Okay, and if you have my handout, okay, you can take it out. I told you folks, under the class material, online class, and there's a folder give you the outline of each chapter. I put OL, okay, underscore chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, etc. In each chapter, I give you the outline. Okay, section 2, you have A, B, C. A is supplier, B is, okay, distributor, C is consumer. And you also want to what? Read the last page because they give you glossary, all those important definition, important terms in that chapter. So please download those stuff, take a look. I want to make a very brief comment about suppliers, okay? Suppliers in the past, sporadically, geographically dispersed. But now for the past 20, 30 years, it's a cluster concept, C-L-U-S-T-E-R, cluster concept. All those suppliers try to what? Cluster together around you. So Tesla, electric car, they are going to set up something in Texas. They manufacturing, build up one assembling line. Guess what? More than 200 little guys surrounding. They purchase the land, they move along with Tesla so they can provide different things to Tesla. Okay, and I mentioned this briefly. Why the stock price of Tesla can jumped so fast last year, 700 times. Everyone wants to have a Tesla. Good quality, fancy, fuel efficient, but Tesla cannot manufacture sufficient car to sell. They are behind, okay? From the breakthrough of the ground to get the car out, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They couldn't get the car out. So last 2 years, Donald Trump really want to what? Bring back all those American companies back to the US, okay, and give Chinese a lot of punishment. And Tesla owner, Elon Musk, okay, he decided to put billions of dollars in Shanghai to set up his assembling line. So Chinese government give him huge piece of land, then brought in what? Hundreds of suppliers surrounding them to support him. So from the beginning of the new manufacturing to the car, less than a year, they can get what? Thousands of cars every week, okay? And in the past, they cannot do that. And I told you, this gives you 2 ideas. One is reverse psychology. Everyone has punished China. You go to China, okay? And Chinese government appreciate that. The communists can give you unlimited resources. Second thing is what? It's a cluster concept, okay? How can you attract so many small guys surround you to support you, all the things, so you can what? Just sit there, everything's coming in, you just assemble them. Communists can do that. And the what? Supply chain is important. How to build up your supply chain is very important. So, okay, number 1, you have to play reverse psychology to get what? Lower cost infrastructure, lower cost resources. Second thing is what? You have to build up your supply chain. You have to build up your cluster in a short period of time. If everyone is moving with you, your life will be a lot easier. Otherwise, you're waiting, okay, you can waiting for one part from 3,000 miles or from abroad, and that one stuck. Guess what? Your whole production line stuck. Okay, so the supply chain is getting very, very important. Okay, the distributors used to be very, very important. Okay, P&G, Procter & Gamble, want to sell diapers, want to sell soap, want to sell detergent. In Japan, they struggled 30 years, no breakthrough. What's the problem? Japanese has a very conservative culture. You want to sell something, you go through their distribution channel. You want to sell that directly to a customer, forget about it. No store will carry your stuff unless it's what? Coming from the distributors. Okay? And those Japanese families control those, okay, distribution channels. You are American, even you are multi-billion-dollar company. Tough. Okay? But in Russia, the same thing. You want to sell something in Russia. Who control the distribution channel? Russians. You want to do it your own way? Go back to your corner. Doesn't work. Okay? But for the past 10 years, it's been changing. Do we really need to go to the store to buy the detergent? No. You can what? You can Google it from Amazon, then 2 days, 3 days later, okay? Huge box of detergent coming directly from the warehouse with what? Amazon, okay? So a lot of distribution channel, a lot of distributors has been changed because of what? Internet, because of digital marketing, okay? So I want you to know the distributors are still important. They can help you to move your stuff faster. You still need Kruger, you still need some time, you still need a lot of what? Those aggressive store, Target, okay? But relatively, okay, because of digital marketing, distributors are what? Getting less important. Next one, talking about the consumers, okay? In the past, you would try to understand your consumers, okay, and you try to do more things with your consumers. Now everything is big data. They know exactly what I purchased. They send me the coupon based upon my behavior. I bought this, I bought that, then guess what? I get coupon for this, coupon for that. Okay, so digital marketing also have a lot to do with what? The customers. Okay, so traditionally, the most important task environment, okay, suppliers, distributors, and the customers, they're all affected by what? By the way we do business. Next one, okay, we talk about competitors, okay. Of course, competitors are important. They're competing with you. So how can you use technology wisely or creatively to beat your competition? That's going to be one of the biggest challenge. Okay, and Walmart tries so hard to be the top store, the largest store in terms of employees, grocery stores, and the department stores. Now they are worried. Worried about who? Amazon. Because what? Amazon can beat Walmart. Okay, so competition, you really have to be creative. And from the case we discussed today, you know Amazon is very creative, right? Even India, they can get what? $48 billion, okay, in less than 10 years. So next thing we want to talk, okay, test environment, we just finished the supplier, distributors, customers, and we talk about the competitors, and I told you the technology innovation is very, very important. Then the section E of the section 2, talking about barriers, okay? It's very important, this is from your textbook. It's very important to have what? Create the barriers so nobody can enter the market to compete with you. Of course, one thing is what? You have to have your good product so people are loyal to you. Another typical thing is what? Economy of scale. Okay? If you want to open a Walmart in Conway, it's difficult because what? Big, need $200 million. Normally, you don't get that kind of competition, competitors coming in. You want to open a Chinese restaurant, economy of scale, cheap. You have $20,000, you are set. Okay, your rent is $800 or $1,200. You pay 2 months deposit. You paint your place. You renovate your kitchen. Then you are in business. Take out shop. Okay, so economy of scale is important as a barrier. Okay, how difficult to get in, how difficult to get out. That's all depends upon economy of scale. And also there's something more the textbook did not quite mention is what? Government regulation. That's also important. Okay, you want to compete. Okay, and but it's not easy to get in. If you want to open a store to sell alcohol, are you allowed to do that in Conway, Arkansas? No, because this is a dry city. You are not allowed to sell alcohol. So what? You have to spend a lot of money, find the different ways, the gray area, so your bar or your restaurant can sell alcohol. Okay, so That's also important. So in terms of the competition, you really, really have to know, okay, how good your product is, okay, how difficult to enter in terms of the initial investment and the government regulations. Okay. After that, I want to talk about this stuff called Spotify. Okay. Please try to type in your chat. Okay. Yes or no. YON. Do you use Spotify? Okay. I got a lot of yes. I keep on saying yes, yes, yes. Oh, a couple people say no. But most of you, I got 29, 30. Okay. But so many yes. Okay. And someone says also Amazon Music. Okay. And so according to this 24, I have maybe 70% of you use Spotify. Okay. Music is important for the cell phone, for the computer. Okay. How can a company from Sweden, they can beat the bottom, Pandora, Apple Media, Amazon Music, okay, and the YouTube Music? Small random company from Sweden, Swedish musician started this company. Now they have what? 300 million people actively use it. They have what? 138 million paid subscribers. Let's assume if we are talking about $8, $9, $100 per year subscribing it. $7, $8, $9 is not a lot of money. 138 million times $100. Easy. We're talking about what? 10, $20 billion. Okay. Plus what? You have 300 million people actively using it. Means a lot of what? Advertisement. So if you can have that kind of quantity, several hundred million, you are set. Random company, Sweden, musician, beat Apple Music, beat Amazon Music. How can that be possible? Okay, very interesting case, right? So we have another interesting case. Let's take a look. Okay. Couple major things. If I copy all these stuff from the web research and from the textbook, if it's wrong, please let me know. Okay. Most of the site, you download one music, they charge you 20 cents, 50 cents, 90 cents. And this is one of the few. You can what? You can download unlimited. You want to download 300 songs, no problem. Okay. So they charge not by individual songs. Second thing, they got 60 million songs in their library you can download. Freemium service, okay? I just checked the dictionary this morning. What is freemium? This is a new term, okay? We have created for digital marketing. You can use it for free. I don't charge you, but I put an advertisement to make more my money. So they offer a lot of what? Freemium service. You're welcome to listen to everything, but you don't pay. I put an advertisement there. Okay. So they encourage a lot of people in less developed area to use it for free, but because the quantity are so huge, they get a lot of what? Advertisement value. Okay. Easy to browse, by artist, by urban, or by category, okay? Easy to edit, easy to share, easy to create the playlist. It's good for everything. Your speakers, your TVs, smart TVs, your smartwatch, your Alexa Echoes, everything. Okay, and also localized, serving 65 countries and what? Maybe hundreds of languages. Okay, so if you want to hear a famous Japanese song, it's there. Italian song is there. A famous Chinese song is there. German song is there. Okay, so you have to know. Okay, little by little. Okay, middle of nowhere doesn't mean you cannot have multi-billion dollars business. Okay, by checking this guy and checking the Amazon case, I think both cases give you some ideas and give you some hint if you're gonna open one online store in the future. How can you solve different challenges? How can you face different challenges? Okay, and doesn't mean you have to be in New York, you have to be in San Francisco, you have to be in Texas. Walmart, Bentonville, middle of nowhere, largest department store on earth, okay? Very similar. So I want you to pay attention to that. Now we talk about the general environment, okay? What is general environment? Okay, more or less talking about the community, okay? So if we take a look, general environment, okay, we talk about economic, talking about technology, social culture, demographic, political. Economic, okay, of course, depends upon purchasing power, okay, how rich is the area. Technology, internet and technology, how many, how much do we have 5G here and all kind of things. People use smartphone here. So all the technology forces in the community. Social culture, talking about the culture. Of course, this is important. This is the Asian community, this is the African American community, this is Hispanic community. So the culture is important. Next one, demographic force. So what is demographic force? This is a simple term. Everyone's supposed to know, but not everyone knows it. So can someone tell me what is demographic? What is demography? Anyone?
The demographics of a population would be like different characteristics, like their race and gender and those sorts of things. So just like analyzing that.
That's right. So demography is the study of population, exactly you mentioned. So demographic factor, we talk about what? Two things, composition of population. What kind of people live here? Older people, younger people, African American, Asian, okay, structure and composition about population. Also what? Migration and the changes of population. Texas, okay, 400,000 people last year moving to Texas. Where are they coming from? New York, California, or Arizona, or Colorado, okay? So what? We really have to pay a lot of attention to the population structure and the population flow, called demography, okay? And the people sometimes mixed up the demography with geography, okay? It's so close, but it's totally different. One has to do with the location. The other one has to do with the population. So please pay attention. Demographic is important because we have to know the composition about the people and the flow, migration of the people, okay? So we mentioned that. Then I think I have 2 more minutes, so I will get started. But all those interesting and the challenging discussion. I'm gonna start it next week. Okay. Oh no, Friday. Challenging global environment. Okay. Why? Okay. The globalization is getting popular. The textbook talking about A, B, C. Okay, and the D and the E. Okay, so I'm just going to cover a little bit A, but most important one, okay, and the controversial ones, B, C, D, E, would talk on Friday. This is a very straightforward. 4 type of principal flow are more smooth. Human capital, financial capital, resources capital, political capital. Okay, and this is very straightforward. In the past, you travel in Europe. Financial capital, not good. You go to Germany, you put German marks, right? You go to French francs. You go to different country, different currency. The financial resources, not easy. Human resources, before the EU, okay? You are a German, you want to work in Spain. No, you are not allowed. Now you can work anywhere in the European Union. So financial resources, human capital resources, allow the resources getting what? Easier to flow, okay? And the most interesting and challenging stuff, gonna start it with next one, okay? Tariff and some of the other stuff talking about the trade agreement. Do we supposed to have trade agreement or we are not supposed to have it? What's the pros and the cons? All those globalization challenges and dispute and discussions. I'll be started on Friday.